Hello and welcome back to the Canaries Chat channel. Today we have another transfer update video with a few bits of breaking news to come in the incomings, but let's get into the outgoings as we always do. Obviously the main one at the moment is Josh Sargent. Pinkin saying that the news around the 21 million maybe became public a little bit earlier than expected, and that a deal isn't super close to being done and still a few bits between the clubs to be negotiating. What I would say is obviously Sargent was playing, and that's always an indicator that things aren't hugely down the line. So yeah, it's one of those that is still ongoing. I'm hoping within the next week or so it can be wrapped up, because the sooner this is done, the better. We've previously mentioned in other videos that we don't want this to be a situation where the season starts, and then when the season starts, it means that we've still got Sarge and the negotiations are still ongoing. That is the last thing that we need. We need certainty around the club. So yeah, fingers crossed it's done soon. But yeah, Pinkin are basically saying that that was maybe a bit premature to go, that the deal is all sorted. So yeah, it's one of those, unfortunately. But in regards to other outgoings, nothing concrete. Obviously, McLean's gone home injured from the tour, so there's now talks of whether that's potentially a sign. I don't necessarily think it is, that he'll be moving on. Obviously, if he's just coming off the back of the injury, it'll make it harder for him to move on. But it probably does mean that he's potentially falling slowly down the pecking order if he can't get a pre-season in. I can't see him starting ahead of Wright, and I can't see him starting ahead of a new central midfielder. And yeah, he's always wanted to play for Rangers, so maybe towards the end of the kind of window he might look at that if they come in for him. But yeah, away from those, I think the outgoings are really going to start to ramp up when we've done all our kind of buying, and then I think we're going to see a lot more outgoings. So in regards to players leaving the club, that's all we've got at the moment. Just quickly, about 80% of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so we've set a really audacious task to try and hit 2,000 subscribers by the start of the season, which I think is a bit of too much of an ask. But if you want to come along on the journey, you're enjoying the Norwich City content, click the subscribe button down below. And yeah, let's get into some of the breaking news around the incomings. So regarding incomings, the one that kind of broke today is Diallo is basically now done. The difference is that we've actually now got pictures of him in the Norwich City kit doing all the press work. It's unclear whether his medical's been completed. Some people are saying it has been completed. Chris Reeve has come out and said actually they're not sure that it has been all fully sorted as of yet. So one kind of that should just get done, but I think hopefully it's just kind of the finer details of the medical. I can't imagine we'll do all of this work for kind of a big chunk of the medical not to have been done yet. So that's really exciting. He's obviously a left winger, right footed. He's more of a dribbler than kind of an end product kind of guy with like shooting like Science was. But really exciting. Around 4.5 million euros is the amount that's been touted about, which is actually less than what Watford, I believe, originally bid. I think they're around the 5 million euros. But Diallo seems to have made it clear that he wants the Norwich project. He wants to come to Norwich. Watford moved on from him, bought a replacement anyway, so they were then out of the running. So it does seem like it's all kind of fallen into place nicely. And he looks like he'll be wearing the number 19, going by the video that's kind of doing the circuits at the moment. With him kind of holding up Norwich top, wearing the Norwich top, doing those kind of introduction videos. He's been doing it on tour as well, so it doesn't, from what Manning said and what the Pinkin are kind of alluding to, is that he won't link up on this tour. He'll link up on like the next part of pre-season, so he won't be in this kind of chunk of pre-season games, but he should be in the next one. And yeah, I think it's just really exciting. Very happy with it. I think it's a good bit of business. I do think we maybe still need to go out and buy more attacking players, but we've got another kind of transfer rumour on that coming up. But yeah, I think very happy with it. Fills that hole on the left. Supposedly he's going to be the fastest player in the championship, which screams another Placheta. But hopefully the end result is a lot better than what that Placheta transfer was. So yeah, in regards to Diallo, all but done. Last bit of the medical, I think, is to happen in Paris. And once we've got all clear, we should hopefully have the announcement. You never know, they've filmed it all already. I could be very unfortunate again, film this video and it get announced 5 minutes later. In regards to the other rumours that have come out, so there's a lot of rumours around left back today, and literally a minute before I've started filming this, it has been confirmed which left back we are going after. The one of them that was rumoured was Jamal Lewis, returned to Norwich, been to Newcastle, been to Sao Paulo. Neither of them really kind of worked out for him. A decent left back, nothing crazy. Obviously, they would be coming realistically to potentially be second choice, maybe first choice at the start of the season, whilst Mahovo is building up fitness and Crescene is building up fitness due to both their injuries. But Jamal Lewis was a name that had been kind of linked to, and by all intents and purposes, it seemed to be a bit more agent talk. That one has now kind of been squashed. And the one that the Pinkin are reporting is that Jeffrey Schlupp, the ex-Crystal Palace and Celtic left back, is the one we are going after. So he spent, I believe it was half a season at Celtic last year, been at Palace for a long time before that. A left back that can play higher up the pitch, which again links in with the Pinkham when they were saying it was a left-sided option that can play more defensively. I think he would be an unbelievable shout to get into the Championship, especially as left-back cover. He can be left-wing cover as well. I remember him scoring a few screamers, so potentially that to come later on down the line in Championship. But it has been confirmed that we're in advanced talks with Schlupp, and that could be one that hopefully, again, is sorted very soon. But really exciting. We obviously have those links to Charlie Taylor. He went out to Spain for the Burnley tour. And we also have those links to Aaron Cresswell, who obviously went to Stoke. So Jeffrey Schlupp does fit that demographic that we were looking for around a slightly older, more experienced left back to bring in. It wasn't one that maybe crossed my mind. It wasn't one that I don't think crossed a lot of people's minds. But I think he's a great choice. There's a stat going around at the moment, his performance against Elise for Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and he did really well there. Obviously, players can have exceptional one-off games, but I think in general, he can definitely do a job in the Championship. So I'm really excited for that, really happy for that one. And hopefully, as I said, we're in advanced talks already. So fingers crossed, this one is over the line sooner rather than later. Before we get into the striker rumour, Maatsen played for Silkeborg in their most recent friendly. So once again, probably showing that we're not really very far down the line and getting that Maatsen deal done. In regards to that, he's actually said it's taken a little bit of an effect on him, hearing all these rumours. It's the first time he's been in like the centre of a transfer rumour. I think he's been at Silkeborg for about 12 years. He's never had to deal with transfer rumours and that pressure that comes with it. So yeah, it seems that he's still our number one defensive midfielder option, but as of yet, we have not really progressed down the line. It looks like we're probably going to play hardball. They want around €3 million. I know we put in a bit of like 1.7 odd. I think it's probably going to hopefully meet in the middle somewhere, but Ben Napper seems to be negotiating quite hard on these deals, so nothing new there. In regards to a striker, so if you remember, I think it was maybe 3 or so weeks ago potentially, there was a striker rumour for Adriano Bettesini, Belgian striker playing in the Belgian league. That has now appeared again. So in regards to that, it was about end of June or so. Norwich, Coventry and Southampton are supposedly all kind of interested and approached kind of the players' entourage behind, but no one made an offer as of yet. And then, yeah, the quote at the moment is saying, since then, the deal has cooled somewhat. Three English clubs remain interested in signing the Belgian striker, remain impatient, and St. Trond are looking for an asking price between 5 and 6 million euros. By the sounds of it as well, they're looking to potentially sell other players, which could kind of help balance their books. So it may mean that we're playing the long game here. Could be a Josh Sargent replacement. Obviously, Sargent hasn't gone as of yet, but it does seem like we're forward planning quite a lot with these transfers. So we're getting everyone in before selling people. So that's another option. Patrick Bamford could be an option as well. He's obviously just been told by Farker that he won't be in their Premier League plans. He's played for Norwich before. It wasn't the best loan spell we've ever seen, but it was certainly a name that I've seen banded about recently on X after that news over the last few days that he wouldn't be playing for Leeds. Um, I wouldn't say I'm crazy for that deal, but it could be one that actually works, an out-and-out nine, rather than that more versatile player that we're supposedly been looking at. But yeah, no actual concrete rumours. People are throwing names out. Patrick Bamford, Brewster as well as another one that keeps on being kind of banded about. The only concrete rumour that seems to be going about at the moment is obviously around that Adriano Bassini. But yeah, no other concrete rumours around strikers to come in and replace Sargent. So fingers crossed there's a few more down the line, or we just go get Bassini. I think that would be a really good option for us. But yeah, at this point in time, no other striker rumours. That's all for today in regards to transfers. We'll obviously keep on doing these kind of every other day. Anything that we see, any updates that we see, we'll bring to you guys. It does seem now that we're getting into the closing stages of buying players, and I do think soon the rumours will be about exits. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, as always, leave a like, subscribe as well. And yeah, comment down below what are your thoughts. Would you take Jeffrey Schlupp? Would you take Patrick Bamford? Leave a comment down below on your thoughts there. And if you want to support the channel, click the link in the description, become a member. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.